Hey guys, I'm Nikki Dinky. Welcome to my kitchen. So if you follow me at all, you know that there are three things in my life that I could not live without. Those being garlic, bread, and cheese. I'm telling you, just saying the words of those things makes me very, very happy. Well, often those things come together in garlic bread. And who doesn't love garlic bread? I mean, it's delicious, it's warm, it's garlicky. Well, the only problem with garlic bread is it tends to not be all that good for you. You know, there's a lot of butter on top, and then there's a lot of cheese sometimes. And by the end of the day, it's turning into something that's definitely what you would consider an indulgent type of food. Well, what if I told you I could give you all the flavor, all the taste, all the butteriness of garlic bread with no butter and almost no fat? You would love me, wouldn't you? Well guys, that's what I'm going to show you today. It's my very buttery but butter-free garlic bread. So stick with me and let's get started. It is time to let you guys in on my secret to making really buttery, creamy garlic bread without the butter. The way I'm going to do that is I'm going to be using this Dannon Oikos non-fat plain Greek yogurt. If you guys are not cooking with Greek yogurt, you're really missing out, because this is going to add so much of that fat and creaminess that the butter would normally give us, but it's yogurt. So it's going to have only 80 calories, it's going to have no fat, and it's going to give us 15 grams of protein on top of that. So you're actually making your garlic bread not just healthier calorie-wise, but actually giving it more protein and making it a really healthy snack. I know, it's really incredible. So go get some Dannon Oikos yogurt, add to that 3 tablespoons of low-fat mayo. I like a little bit of mayo just because it holds it together. This tiny bit of fat in here just make sure that our end texture is really right and nice and creamy. On top of that, we of course need our garlic. I am gonna take 8 big old cloves of garlic here. I put a lot of garlic in anything, so if something's got garlic in the name, you know, garlic bread, then to me, it better have a lot of garlic. So I'm gonna put in 8 cloves. It's definitely quite a bit, but it's garlic bread. So just do it, you'll be fine. You can put in a little less, but I like 8. And then just to make this bread a little extra special and not just a regular garlic bread, I'm gonna chop up a teaspoon of fresh thyme leaves, one of my favorite herbs. Now, if you don't wanna use thyme or you wanna use a dried herb, maybe you don't have any fresh on hand, any herb will work that you like. Some dried oregano, even some dried thyme, some basil would be nice. But I think some sort of herb just kind of breaks it up and really does take it to the next level. So use some sort of herb. If you're gonna go out and get something, I would get some thyme, because thyme is delicious. Now last but not least over here, I've got a 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. I have decided to make this garlic bread just a little spicy. I like things spicy, so to me, a 1/4 teaspoon in this recipe makes it a spicy garlic bread. If your tolerance for spice is a little bit lower, or if you're feeding this to your kids, you could go down to 1/8 of a teaspoon of cayenne pepper, just cut this in half, or you could just omit it. It will definitely still taste delicious. And hey, if you have some paprika in your cabinet, that's a great substitute for this because it'll give it a little bit of that color without the heat. So, depends if you want it spicy or not, but for me, the spicier, the better. So, a 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne. Let me chop this all up, get it together, and then I'm gonna show you how I finish off this garlic bread. So our mixture is all done. I did add a 1/4 teaspoon of salt to this. Not sure if I mentioned that. All I'm gonna do is slather that mixture all over the bread. Lay it on nice and thick, nothing wrong with that. The more, the merry. And then just to top it off, I'm gonna put some Parmesan cheese over the top of these. Not a lot, but just enough to give us that Parmesan cheese flavor and make sure it's nice and brown and bubbly on top. So a little of this will go a long way. Once these are set up, they're gonna go underneath the broiler, and as soon as they are brown and bubbly on top and nice and toasty, then they are ready to be devoured. The smell coming off of these is so out of control. How ridiculously good do these look? I can't even. Just please tell me that you are going to make these. You are gonna die when you taste how good these are and know how good they are for you. Remember guys, I always hope you have fun in the kitchen, and I will see you next time.